It's a UCT production, so it all starts with UCT students. I'm a PhD student doing my doctorate degree, and I'm singing the Contessa di Folleville. And it all started with my PhD studies in cadenzas, which this opera has a lot of. So yeah, it's quite exciting.
The music of Il Viaggio A Reims is music that most opera lovers had a dim awareness of from a Rossini comedy called Le Conte Horé, written about 6 years after Viaggio. As maybe you know or don't know, Viaggio A Reims was written on occasion for the coronation of Emperor Charles X of France. And this was a piece written to begin Rossini's relationship with Paris, which was paying him the highest fees any composer was getting at that point. His contract was to write 5 operas. This was the first, and it's probably the most generously supplied 3 prima donna roles, 2 primo tenore roles, 4 lower voice major roles, and the flowery writing for these kinds of voices is the height of his great bel canto, beautiful singing style. There's especially one extraordinary number in about 6 numbers in, called the Sestetto, which is a mixture of comedy and extremely beautiful, serious writing for a solo soprano in the middle of this comedy scene, and coming out of it with this big patriotic anthem to peace. And a patriotic anthem to peace sounds contradictory, but I sometimes think that if we listened to Rossini and we had that, we'd all be a lot better off.
This production I did for the first time in 2010. It was the first opera that I ever directed in South Africa. And I was quite nervous initially because Rossini is quite a challenge for a director. There's often long stretches of really beautiful, really exciting music, but where nothing is really moving forward in the story. So a director has to spend a lot of time coming up with kind of entertaining added storyline to go into the show. At first I was a little bit nervous about this. But kind of when you get the hang of it, it becomes a lot of fun because you've got so much creative license to bring stuff of your own to the piece. Whenever I start looking at a new piece and what I want to do with the production of it, I always start by trying to get in touch with what the piece is really about, and then looking for a way that is surprising and fresh, and through which the piece can have a big impact on whichever audience is going to be watching it. I think it's really important that you know who your audience is, and then find a way that is going to take them by surprise, but have the right emotional impact.